I voted for Anna. You don't have to be a sailor to know you have to tie a rope. Sorry.
Oh dear. Wow. All right, Linda. Welcome, people thems. So this is episode 4. The episode 3 was juicy. Episode 3 was very, very, very juicy. Let's see what happens. And obviously we've got the inclusion of the replacement rail service. Let's find out what is going on in here.
Previously, one person from each carriage will have to disembark the train before the game can start.
Well, I'm prepared to get off.
While some players made the ultimate sacrifice,
I knew it wasn't the end for them. And it couldn't have been
before the 3 traitors were chosen. But after 2 murders and 2 banishments,
I'm faithful.
I'm faithful.
suspicions rife.
Freddie, I think you're a traitor.
Obviously, from day one, I've been suspicious of you, Linda.
Kaz, there was just this little glimmer in your eye.
You save lives during the day, you kill at night.
It's such a
The
bizarre
faithful
thing to
finally
say.
banished their first traitor.
I am a traitor.
So
Minah,
juicy.
Freddie, or Charlotte.
So what had happened was
Okay, well, I'm prepared to get off.
I'm prepared to she must be from the Midlands.
This is going to be the most stupid
Warsaw,
attempt ever.
Brum.
I'm going to go for it.
Got suspicions over
Wow.
2 people at the minute. One is Kaz, and then the other one is Freddie. I didn't think I was this clever, but I actually think I have got a little bit in there.
Wow.
Who is it?
And you're big, bad and wrong. Big and wrong.
Joe's comment about the twinkle in the eye because of the toast thing is just such a ridiculous point to have snowballed into everyone assuming that I'm a traitor.
Bless him. I really like him. Hey. I told you. Freddie's reaction.
It's not that at all.
That's just mean.
I knew it. It'd be the most juicy.
Wouldn't it be interesting getting rid of 2 sisters in one day?
Exactly.
One murdered, one banished.
Exactly.
They banished my sister and now they're killing me. What the rust?
Look at that in. Freddie was quite close to Maya. Like, so he's probably going to be upset that Maya's gone, but he's also aware that, like, it's really looking like it could be him. And then you've got people being whispering and, like, look at him, whatever. It must be such an isolating thing. I know I'm probably getting too deep, like, but, you know, just in terms of just your own mental health, like, just being like, oh my gosh, like, everyone is here chatting me or, like, grinning in my face, and then, like, secretly they're having all these conversations about, like, it's just, oh god, it's just such an interesting game. Like, oh my gosh, it's just incredible. Oh, Claudia looks nice. Looks like the same colour as her jumper. Like, literally the same colour as her
It seems
jumper.
they couldn't keep the sisters apart.
I am struggling quite a lot, but the reason I came here is my daughter, and I hope that she can turn around and say, do you know what? My dad was honest and was just the best person he could possibly be.
Oh.
Yeah.
To the folly. Or as my gran would call.
It's all right if we disagree, you know, that's why we're talking about this.
No, not disagree. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't. I've done hurt.
Is he sulking? Because the fact that he's having to say to him, like, it's okay for us to disagree, that's what we're talking about here. Because obviously he wants people to vote a certain way. But, you know, this is the whole point of a democracy, man. This is why this game is just so fascinating, because it's such a tightrope how you walk it between, like, what you want, like, what you hope doesn't happen, like, and continuing to kind of, like, be there but not be there, say stuff but don't say too much, like... Oh, is it actually? Oh, it is?
Not more people. Like, I'm trying to kill them, and Claudia's adding more in, undoing my work.
I just want them all dead. I want them all gone. Like,
Players, well,
Worked in conflict zones overseas for years. I want to help you win as a group, and I think I'm well placed to do it.
he's getting a shot.
You alright? It's good to see everyone. I want to remind you all who was the first one off that train. Now's
did.
your chance to show that love towards me.
thank you,
Yeah,
Fawzia.
that's that. Yo,
Finally,
they can't
yeah.
argue with that.
Big lad, I'm 6'5", I'm active, Like I go gym, like I live next to the seaside, like I go swimming in the ocean. Let's get this money!
Thank you.
Get this money! Come on! I'm actually impressed with each of their elevator pitches, to be honest, because they were short, they were snappy, they were succinct, and they all had a point. Like, sentimental-wise, I'd be like, Fawzia has to have a cage lowered. Like Jack just said there to me, like, she's talking more about paying me back for what I did for you guys and team, and knowing that she's there for the team. But they're talking about how we're going to get this money, do you know what I mean, and get these traitors out. So I feel like my gut would probably go to the two gents, I think. Or, I don't know, actually, I don't know. I think I'd want Mr. Diplomat. I think I'd want him. Like, I think his resume speaks quite well. It's just between Fawzia and Jack. You know what, I ain't gonna decide.
Well, you all, Alexandra and Fawzia, are joining you. But are they joining you as a traitor or as a faithful?
Oh yeah, good points.
Why did you vote Armani? Because everyone else was.
I had a few suspicions, but as you said, like I could kind of just feel that it was between me and her, so I thought I kind of need to be.
I would do that if I was in the same situation.
I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
No, I'm not suggesting you are. I mean, I suspect Freddie just seems like he's completely fed up and over it, and I think because he knows his game's just fallen around his
I actually do love
eyes,
Dynamite, you know.
As a traitor, you don't want alliances here. The only group that there needs to be is the sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stressed. I am.
So are they going to recruit then, or are they going to murder? Oh my gosh, this game is so amazing.
All I can say is strap in. It's about to get juicy.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
You didn't tie up the boat. You wrapped the rope round and then you left it and the boat started to drift back out.
Like, I'm sorry I'm not a sailor. Why did I fly off the boat so fast to get group immunity?
Kaz, you look like you've already given up.
Yeah.
When you've done this 4 times, I think you would. Most people kind of were avoiding me completely.
Yeah, but so that means people are making this personal then.
Yeah.
And that's not nice.
Fair play,
Can I
Fawzia.
just say, like, you're an amazing guy, and that takes nothing away from you.
Obviously, I understand that a traitor can go against the traitor.
I feel like I'm getting set up here, but obviously, of course, I'm going to say that so you guys can believe what you want. I'm not going to beg for anyone.
Yeah, fair
The
play.
time for talk is
Minah, I
over.
beg you. Minah, I
Please
beg
can
you.
everybody write down the...
I voted for Anna. You don't have to be a sailor to know you have to tie a rope. Sorry.
Oh dear. Wow. All right, Linda. You're just gonna. Oh.
You're so clever and so bright that you would be very good at a double bluff. I'm sorry.
Oh. This is gonna make me cry.
Really sorry, Kaz.
Kaz, you have received the most votes. Please come up here and join me.
I don't know why that's making me emotional.
And Joe, who'd have thought you'd have caught me based on a twinkle in the eye? Faithful.
Oh
I knew it. Every time I defended him.
He wasn't sugarcoating. I cannot believe that.
Well, I was obviously wrong. I feel a little bit less bad now that he toyed with us at the end, but still bad.
He had every right to do that, though.
Yeah.
He targeted every single round.
Why do you take everything so personally?
I'm not taking it personally.
You do everything.
I just feel bad for him.
Not even any point arguing. I actually need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's do. I'm done with this.
He's not even sorry either. I don't like Joe. I don't like him. Sorry. I'm sure he's a lovely person in his personal life, whatever. On this game,
Wow, that was shit.
don't like him.
It pisses me off when people get on their high horse as though, oh, Joe's got it wrong. Like, I'm sorry, what am I meant to do? Vote what you say every fucking round table.
You've got to go with your gut.
Or you could just own it, like Kaz owned it, I reckon it's Francesca that really hurt him.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Aww.
It was just horrible when you feel like everyone's talking about you and everyone's like attacking you.
I just, the only reason it didn't go for me is because...
You were the boss. Yeah, all day like this. Just before we went in there, you sat in there, Tyler, and you said...
Oh my God, no I didn't.
He was so powerful in what he was saying, Leon. He's one of them people where, like, it's like a king kind of thing. Back in the olden days where you listen to the king and whatever he says you go by. It's a bit like that with him.
I'm struggling with that because, hang on, like, you were saying how intelligent you were, how clever you were, how you got it right. There was I didn't see no mention about no Leon at that point. You just wanted everyone to be on the same road as you. If anything, you were the king. So don't be trying to just dash Leon under the bus now.
Mate, you're a big man. Like, you could do what you want. All I said was that I'm going to stick to what I said that I was going to do. I felt quite bad because Kaz was a really good person. He was a massive family man like me. I thought he was a genuine nice guy. I just thought he had the characteristics to be a really good traitor. How wrong was I?
Yeah. At least you can own it.
Absolutely buzzing.
Bling bling, baby.
Absolutely.
Bling bling.
Oh my God! Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
yes.
Alexander.
I've got Alexander's shield.
And as per the rules of the game, you can now recruit. So your choice is murder as usual or seduce a faithful.
We're going to find out in this one. Of course we're not. Of course we're not. Well, that was a juicy episode. That was a really, really, really juicy episode. Like, there were so many things and so many moving parts. Like, at no point did I think reacting to this would make me emotional, like, at all. And I am an emotional person anyway, but because it's just a game, like, but it's deep. It's deep, like, particularly because you're living with these people. Like, you've got to think, even at, like, work or whatever, if someone's chatting out your name or you think that people are talking about you, like, or even goes back to, like, school, like, it's such a horrible feeling. And especially when, like, you haven't done anything. And I think Kaz was the epitome of that. Like, even if you thought he was a traitor, at no point did he felt as though that he was ostracized or couldn't be part of a group, or, you know, that people didn't want to talk to him. Like, you know, he's not like some, like, I don't know, some big bad boy spy that's gonna bring down the government. I mean, like, he's just a player in a game, and that was his experience of feeling as though that he was ostracized. And I've said it already, but Jake, whatever his name is, the other Yorkshire dude with the glasses, I do not like it. His energy is just a little off for me. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, you know, and it's weird because I always think that people from up north are just really super duper friendly people. Like, I love the Yorkshire accent and stuff, but he just, again, I don't know him personally, and he might be the most lovely person, like, you know, outside of this, but I just feel as though that situations like these, they're really, like, even if he'd said, I don't know what, I got it wrong, man, and just owned it, I'd be like, sick. At least because Kaz did the same thing when he went for Nathan and got it wrong, and he was like, I've now put a target on myself. But rather than understand why Dan was upset because he was defending Kaz this whole time, he's like, why is he going to go in? But I think Dan and is it Joe? Jake? I think Dan and him anyway, I think they have got some tension because, like, Dan is fed up of him, and I think he's fed up of Dan because when he was talking earlier on the sofa and stuff and Dan was rolling his eyes. But I think he has made it personal, and that's why I don't rate it. He has made it personal, you know, talking about his theatrics and you know, and whatever, coming in and eating croissants and stuff. Like, it's snidey, it's bitchy, it's just not very nice. So yeah, I don't rate him, and I would love for him to get murdered, to be honest, in the game, obviously, and yeah, I think I felt bad for Kaz, but I love the fact that he took his moment to be like, you know, you think you caught me, didn't you? Like, with the little twinkle in my eye and stuff. So, you know, it's really good you caught me because on the first night, I was faithful, have been faithful, always faithful. Out. You know what I mean? Like, I loved that. feel bad for Anna because I feel like she's kind of been thrown in the mix out of nowhere, really. Like, Dan had an inkling about her from the get-go and hasn't let that go. And then you've got Vicar Dibley, who's like, listen, yeah, we showed you on your nautical license how to tie the rope, and you just suddenly forgot. You forgot how to tie a rope. And I love the fact she was like, I'm sorry, I'm not a sailor. I'm sorry, I'm not Sinbad. Yeah, I don't know about these 7 seas. I did the best I could with what I had.
I'll do the best I can with what I got. Oh!
So, I like the fact that she kind of defended herself. I did feel really bad for Freddie. Like, I think I felt like him crying like that, and knowing that I think it was Francesca that broke him, because he was even saying that, I feel like everyone else is kind of talking about me, and like, it's just been me and my mom, and I kind of see her as with my mother. So I think it just was like, even you, Judas, even you, don't you see me walking on water, Judas? So I can understand why he felt that. Linda, I'm sorry. You don't need to sail a boat to know how to tie a rope. The shade. And the fact as well that it started with the murdering Maya, I just think was absolutely brilliant. Like, what a dramatic, like, sweet, indulgent, like, double homicide. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just amazing. I do think Tyler's gonna have problems now because Leanne and the other girl, I can't remember her name, Liv, they're clearly not impressed with his changing last minute. And I don't really understand either. Like, if anything, I would have just and the fact that he's trying to almost put it on Leanne to like, well, you said, like he said, man, you're a big man. You're literally the biggest man here. Like, you should have put exactly what you wanted to, and don't put that on nobody else. The Welsh one, who's pretending to be Welsh, she's kind of flown under the radar this episode. So if she can do a little bit more of that, she might be okay for a little bit longer. But I don't think it's going to be too long before they start looking at her again. So yeah, I guess it's just about who did they try and recruit. I just can't imagine. Fawzia was like, I wanted to be faithful. So I can't imagine that she's going to want to do that. And she seems like a legit loyal person. So I can see her refusing it if they do pick her. Freddie, he might be like, do you know what? Yeah, you all think I'm a traitor anyway. So maybe now's a good time to become a traitor because I've kind of shown, well, I don't know, because the heat's still on him. And then, who was the third one? We had Fawzia, Freddie, and I don't know who the third one was. Couldn't have been that memorable. Either way, I think they should have murdered. Call them numbers, man. And it's literally their favourite pastime. So, anyway. Yeah, I'd love to know what you guys thought of this. So, if you did enjoy this with me, then do drop me a like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. Do head over to my Patreon, which is a great way to help support the channel, and a great way to connect with me more as well. So, you literally cannot lose. But yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next. Bye.